run it, baby.
Okay. Guys, in for a real treat now.
I think what they call this is bonus content this evening.
Yeah, Meow Guard coming in with
a little extra. Your subscription is really paying off to Wednesday Night Fights. For those of you, you're getting a little extra content tonight.
right. See here, so Meow Guard coming in Wednesday Night Fights. We need more cat tanks for a cat fight. I completely agree. And I have proudly taken over claim on the Hellcat, but I'm willing to share that claim with other tankers also. So I love the Hellcat.
A cat fight night,
Right?
that you can only pick tanks named after cats. I think I see something down the road here, Elsa.
Ooh, we got 2 different Hellcats. We got a bunch of different tigers.
Tigers, panthers, leopards.
Leopards.
Yeah.
Holy crap! You guys have to do that on a Friday. I want that to be your. You guys can do that.
That's too much of a meme.
Right. I don't want to be involved in that one.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna be fighting in it.
Probably.
Yeah,
man.
we did have some silly fun with that new Hellcat giveaway tank.
I think it's
Earnable tank. That was pretty fun.
Well, and I guess the new one's gonna be the one that you get if you do all 3 of the autumn games. I guess that one that you're supposed to get it's an unreleased 105 to be put on. Legit, you know more about this tank, don't you?
Nope.
No? Here, let me pull it up. Who was that we were talking to? Oh, it was Waggles.
It was
Waggles,
I think.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the who ended up picking Himmels? Is that NFTG?
NFTG.
Okay, got it. Always interesting to see how teams do on their map pick.
Y'all want a free 4202P? Go hit up your commander mode near you.
Oh, that's right, 4202P. You got to crank out a lot of games in that mode though to get that. I think maybe only Sample might end up getting that tank. Don't know anybody else who likes commander mode that much. Few games here and there is fine. It looks like we're about a couple minutes away from getting this next one going. It looks like we will be doing tournament picking rules. Waiting to get confirmation from both teams.
Now, the interesting thing with this ruling is the only cap on tanks is max 2 of TDs.
Yes.
So you can run 8 IS-7s if you want.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You could put 8 IS-7s right out there and stuff them straight in somebody's face. Yeah. I think we're just going to let them pick tanks. All right, just let them pick. All right. Yeah. So both teams opted for not going with the tournament format, going back and forth. So we're just going to pick tanks, which should speed things up, especially since we're doing a little extra content this evening. Fine. So starting out here on Himmels, I'm assuming that Yeah, it looks like NFTG will be defending. So remember, team's always on the left side. Left side is always defense, and right side is always attacked, even if I say otherwise during a match.
And he said otherwise before.
That's why I just point that out there right now for the audience listening. No matter how confused I get during the match, the left side is defending.
Don't let him lie to you guys.
Don't, yeah, it's fake news. So on Himmel's, of course, the two caps, one is positioned right there on the rails in the middle of the EF line, and then the other one is along the B line, around B6. So kind of two interesting places, a lot of distance between them in buildings, structures, and like I said, you got to defend both. You can't just commit all your forces to one cap, because as anybody who's played multi-base knows, once you get 3 tanks on the cap, that timer is 33 seconds, and it ticks quick. So even if you get on the cap, that does not reset it. You have to reset the tanks that hold those cap points. It looks like we're off and rocking, and we're putting tanks up.
There you go. That was just for Oddball. He sent me a new thing. That's awesome, buddy. Here, one more time there. Ultimate Catman. Back to you guys.
Cool. NFTG has 6 tanks up. L7 has 4 up.
There you go.
You're going to see them ready up those TDs. Bringing the E4 and the 4005. Devastating tanks. Looks like L7's also going to counter by bringing a 4005 as well to the battle. Both teams readying up 50Bs as well, a pair of those. Chungus and Big Slice, and over on the other side, Bravo, Foxtrot, and Foxhound in their 50Bs.
Alright, so the update tank, yeah, it's a stock BK36OH with the turret, with spaced armor, and a 105.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, there, Ducko.
Yeah, it looks like that's the final tank for NFTG. So as we see, we got the E4 and the 4005, Mito and Purelight. 705A being rocked by Dola. Sniff is bringing out the Super Conqueror, the 50Bs, Bravo and Boxhound, and then finally double 5As with Remarkable and Way Too Easy. Legit, you want to hit L7?
Yeah, over on L7, we got Aztec rocking the 113, Baby Imp with the 5A, Big Slice and Chungus in 50Bs, IB Stucks in an IS7, and Spud in a 4005, and we're waiting on 2 now. Tevis threw back up his IS7, and we need 1 more. He's Super Conk from Storm Knight.
Well, cool. We're ready to go to battle. Here we go with the big rematch between NFTG and Lucky 7. The defense meta seems to be pretty set in defending these caps. You definitely want to push some tanks up around probably that A6, B6 area and extend. Lock those TDs down in that maybe that A4, 5 pocket there. Then you also have to have some stuff watching the rails, the 2 and the 3 line, just to make sure tanks don't swing around and get behind you on those rails. In both caps, there are places where you can get the tanks that are attacking behind cover. Even out on the rails, if you look out there, you can see where you could get tanks behind or at least side scraping off buildings that make them kind of hard to hit. Looks like NFTG is going to roll the two 50Bs out to the tracks. And you can see they're extending their defensive perimeter. Dola in his 705A, he's going to push all the way up to the building and side scrape off of that 705A. 5As along the D line are using the rubble to get hold down. Way too easy, might be in trouble there. He's squaring off against Aztec. Aztec pops him one. Definitely looks like L7 wants to commit down Banana Road and pressure Cap along the B line. Notice that they're also keeping up on the hill the 4005 and a Super Conqueror to shoot down the diagonal and also to shoot down the D line. So we'll see how effective both those tanks are shooting down.
I'm just gonna say, I'm looking right down the barrel of the 705 here. He's lined up, and he could actually look at the two IS-7s. Typically,
watch Boxhound and Bravo here. They're coming around on a rear side flank with those 50Bs. Now, Boxhound is lit, but this is going to definitely put some pressure now on L7 as they now get the. I believe it's the IS-7s. They put the IS-7s, yeah, IB Stucks and Hellfish on the cap, putting cap pressure. Sad Baby Imp on the backside, pestering Dola.
Baby Imp just took a big one from the E4.
Bravo Foxtrot goes all the way down to 58 hit points. Trying to hang on there in his 50B. Spud up there in his 4005 is reloading. Dola's in a little bit of a trouble here. Dad Baby Imp is a one-shot, but Dola has no choice but to almost ignore him, and he gets cleaned up by the E4. That was really nice shooting there. Way to keep Dola in the game. Dola's getting resets there in his 705A, side scraping there against the two IS-7s. Sniff and Three Markable are coming in. Looks like Three Markable's in trouble. Three Markable goes down. Sniff goes down.
And Bravo.
And Bravo, yeah, wow. L7 doing a really good job here, but then the push on the base side by NFTG breaks through. They take out the two IS-7s, and now here comes Spud. Can Spud catch Pure Light? Pure Light is not looking. Pure Light is not looking.
He's not loaded.
Oh, and Pure Light just got evaporated by Spud. Yikes. But again, NFTG does a good job. They clean up the other IS-7. Very close here. L7 with more hit points. Ola clinging to 6 hit points. Way too easy goes down. I think that might be all she wrote for NFTG. Even though that E4 has a big gun there, I don't see how
overkill
stays. Yeah, overkill much. Especially when Big Slikes comes in. He's going to be fully loaded, and he's going to catch the backside of Mido here. Not to say that against the Super Conqueror frontally and a 4005, he would have lasted too long. Alright, and there he goes. Really nice battle played out there by L7, back and forth. But a very nice assault there, or attack there, put in there. Looking down the NFTG side, we'll go down them real fast. Super great damage spread across the board. A few tanks popping over 2,000 damage. Of course, we have the 4005 Pure Light putting up 2,300, hitting 3 of 3 shots. Sniff in his Super Conch, throwing up over 2K, blocking almost 2,600. Really nice game there by Sniff. And Mido there in the E4, putting up 2,600 in damage. Over on the L7 side, taking the victory. Again, great damage spread there. Big notables on top there. Aztec in his 113, throwing up 2,400 and also blocking almost 2,400. So a little double-double out of Aztec tonight. Strolling down Sad Baby Imp in his 5A, putting up about 2K, blocking 1,500. Other big names to mention, Spud in his 4005, hitting 4 shots, putting up 3,200 plus damage. And then finally, Big Slice in his 50B, cranking it out there. He fired 10 shots. He pinned 10 shots, does almost 3,600 in damage. So great game there by Big Slice. Now we will swap sides, and NFTG will be attacking, and L7 will be defending on Himmels. Got the sides switched up there. I think Big Slice after that game, he's going to throw that 50B right back up there. Not messing around. Guys can get all these tanks lined up. And I think one thing watching that last match is you really get a pretty good demonstration of what probably the most current meta is. Attacking team using the banana road, pressuring the base, defending the D line, sometimes using that castle position to throw shots down and then rotating the tanks down the 0 line towards the cap once the full engagement takes place. But also you saw from NFTG as they kind of extended their turtle, countered the cap using the TDs, also working a rear side flank with their 50Bs. Unfortunately for them, that got kind of stuffed and caught by L7. So we'll see if we see something different or more of the same. L7 already bringing some really heavy armor for defense. The VK 72K and also a mouse.
Hope everybody's.
Atheist is pretty darn. Go ahead.
I was just wanting to say I'm hoping everybody out there is enjoying the autumn games and the monster tank giveaway. Hope you're all enjoying that. I went for the race. Let me know what you guys are winning for there in the chat. But let me see what you guys got out of that. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I was reading some of the chat, and Ducko said, "Why not run 8 mouses?" Yeah, you could do that actually. It would be kind of funny to see, especially on this map here. But instead, L7, Fata Milo bringing out an E4, Kaipa Gaming bringing out an E3, VK being rocked by Telfish, Atheist bringing the mouse, Super Conk by Zoax, Carnage, 50B by Big Slice, and double 113s by Aztec and Spud. Over to you, Legit, and the NFTG lineup.
So NFTG is bringing in E4 by Sniff, Batchat by Dola, 2 IS7s by 3 Markable and Ghost, Mido's bringing a mouse, Pure Light and Boxhound are bringing 50Bs, and Foxtrot is bringing the 4005. Let's go tanking.
Let's do it. All right, L7's up 1-zip in this match right now. See if NFTG can tie it up here. On the TDs, legit, do the TDs have to be 2 different, or is it just a limit to 2 TDs?
It's your limit of max 2.
Max 2, but they could be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
And it's the only restriction.
Only restriction. Cool. All right. Let L7 get set up there, and we're going to take a look and try to get an idea of what NFTG's hacking plan is going to be. Definitely bringing that bat chat. You'd expect that bat chat to maybe get some early detection and maybe some vision down on the tracks. Dola is heading right down G-line right now. Oh, look how L7 is really extending their tanks down the tracks. They committed 5 tanks already to the A cap. This is interesting. Notice how they're hiding that 50B back there with Big Slice and another 113 by Aztec behind the building. I think they're setting up a little trap play here. Let's see if NFTG can sniff this out. Ghost is spotted, so he knows something's up.
Better be careful when that 4005's on top of the hill.
Yep. Oh,
Nice shot.
puts in a 650 plus shot on Spud. Spud, I think, is going to bounce out and say, that's enough. So one of the things why I love taking a look at L7 is L7 always kind of goes against the meta a little bit and shows you a different look. So this is definitely a different look from NFTG's defense here. And you can see NFTG is also kind of not choosing to pressure that banana road, but is really looking down the 3-line and the rails. They've grouped up a number of their tanks with Boxhound back here and the Mouse, Pure Light. It'd be interesting where they try to start assaulting. It might be a battle over the A cap.
That's crazy. The Mouse and the 113 have each other spotted, but Big Slice in the 50B is not spotted, and he's right next to the 113.
Yeah, that's amazing. The only problem is that since Aztec is spotted and Slice is in front of him,
Slice may take a round.
Get hit. He just bounced around, so he got lucky there. So is NFTG just going to try to fight this fight here, or are they going to put a rotation in here? Right now it seems very patient on both sides. Both sides that have all the intel they need. We do see a bat chat flying down Dola, flying down the banana road, getting to the D line. He's undetected.
That 4005's also come off the top of the hill and is looking to link up with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, they've definitely loaded up that 3-line. Really, they brought all their forces there. That's where they want to make
Jigs
that
up.
fight happen.
Slice is spotted.
Yep. They're still leaving the VK back here, and the Mouse has now moved up for L7 to the city square, kind of there in the middle, right along the 5 line. type of gaming is still with BKK, a fish looking right up the E line. So you could say two tanks are not really having their guns in the game at this point, but nothing much is happening other than a lot of spotting. A few random shots are going off here and there. No
Those
real
50s got
significant
spotted on the cross. Dola's
those
moving around the
50s.
back.
Yeah. I think he's just doing that just to hold those two tanks there and to make sure that they haven't rotated. So I think he gains two pieces of intel there. One, two guns are out of the game. Two, those two guns have to stay looking there because they don't know how many tanks are there. Dola spots them both again. This time Dola is able
And
to
stays
sneak back.
undetected.
Talk about
Sneaky little
having
Batchat.
yeah, he has his stealth mode on. Look, see what Dola did caused Atheist to start backing up. So Atheist has now gone into reverse with that mouse and has moved it all the way back to the VK. And I believe that's because Dola was lighting up both those tanks. So that was a really smart move by Dola, pulling another gun out of the game. Aztec and Big Slice are kind of trapped here behind the building on the rails. Can't do much but hold that position. Looks like Ghost now has moved up. Yep, yep, NFTG
Here comes the
is now moving.
4005.
Yep. So,
Bye-bye, Big Slice.
Ooh, big
almost,
hit.
Almost.
Takes him down to a one-shot, but now he can be cleaned up pretty easy by Boxhound or Pure Light. These guys can put some shots in.
Aztec
So,
jumping in
yep.
front of him to share rounds.
Yeah, really nice gameplay there. As you can see, Atheist now has pulled back out into the square with his mouse. Fish has brought his VK down and into the fight, just leaving Type of Gaming back there to deal with Dola still spotting him. So L7 realizes that the push is coming on the tracks, and they're rotating their tanks into place. Dola gets up on the hill and gets behind Atheist in the mouse. Can't clip him, obviously, but he could whittle him down a lot. Cap is already down to 20 seconds with Ghost and Remarkable. Mido, ooh, Remarkable
Nice
goes
reset.
down. Big, huge hit, but also ends up providing some extra spaced armor for the mouse there. Atheist is being a pest on the backside there. I think the move would be to get Dola on the hill and try to either get like Milo or Atheist. Now
Dola
just
coming
Ghost
down.
left alive. Yep. Dola is going to make a move for the town square here. Ada Milo goes down to a one-shot right there. E4 could be taken out. NFTG's bleeding a lot of damage. Atheist is just doing a remarkable job in that mouse. He's only lost about 1,000 hit points and is just continuing
Here
to be a
comes the
pest.
4005, though.
Boom! Down goes Ghost. Ola gets tracked, but down goes Fata Milo in the E4. Foxhound is fully reloaded in his 50B. Pure Light is almost reloaded. Ola is trying to cinch in and put Atheist under some pressure, but the Batchat is not going to win that fight in close quarters, especially with a full health BK and E3 staring him down. Dola might want to think
Gonna
twice
be
about
bye-bye
getting
now.
out of there.
Yep.
Atheist goes down. Good shooting right there. He decides to risk it for the biscuit, and he goes across to get into the cap. He's going to try to tuck his tank in, find a place to hide. Dola decides the best move is to go after Spud and try to get Spud out of the game, but Dola goes down. Pure Light goes down. And that just leaves
Can the 4005 get one more big round? Nope.
Negative. And L7's going to close in and will take game 2 and sweep on Himmels. That was just a battle of patience right from the beginning by both teams. And you got to see outstanding rotations taking place. It was a rotation by counter rotation. Dolo was doing some great stuff in his bat chat, but then Atheist was also kind of reading the play, going back and forth, and got his mouse in a fantastic position. Taking a look at the NFTG side, in few tanks over 1,000 there. The big tank was Bravo Foxtrot, who was just kind of sitting there in the back and just doing work, throwing up almost 5,700, taking 8 shots and pinning 7 of them. That was a huge game right there in the 4005. Over on the L7 side, really nice balance in damage spread. Some of the notables to tick through: Aztec right there in his 113, putting up over 2,100. The Beta Milo in the E4, 2,700. Carnage in the Super Conch, 2,300. Really nice game there. Kaipa Gaming in the E3, throwing up 2,300. And where's Atheist in his mouse? There he is. Throwing up 2,400 and blocking 22 plus in the mouse, doing mouse-like things. Really strong game there. And Spud finally in his 113, getting the most damage for L7 with 37, almost 3,800 damage. So super game there with the 113s. Very effective on that map. And we're moving on to the next one, which will be which map? Legit.
Cliff Winter.
Cliff. This will be L7's map. Be Cliff.
Yes. NFTG will be attacking.
Excellent. So one of the things that I saw there was L7 really committed early a lot of tanks to defending the rail cap, which is cap A, and NFTG, I think, really without having a lot of intel, also committed their tanks. So it was like both sides kind of knew, or at least L7 really was fortunate in knowing exactly where NFTG wanted to go, and I think that made it more difficult for NFTG to push those rails. That's a lot of ground to cover while you're taking shots, and there's a lot of angles to get in there.
Sorry, just wanted to say goodnight to Malgard, and thank you for the host. And
nice, cool.
You just keep it clean in the chat, guys. I don't mind friendly rivalry, but keep it clean. Go ahead, guys.
Yes. Yeah, so we're heading over to Cliff with the multi-base, and as Legit said, L7 will be defending first, NFTG will be attacking. The caps are, one is in A3, kind of like the traditional spawn point in the north. Cap kind of sits up there on that little small plateau, very open, not really a lot of places to hide, and very difficult to assault. The other cap is way over on kind of like almost on the CD line at CD8 at the edge of the big mountain. That cap, again, pretty open and exposed, except there are some undulations, especially on the lower side, on the 9-line side. But it's very easy to reset that if you have control of the mountain in the middle of the map. So see how both teams approach this. You can always see the defensive TDs being picked by L7. Seeing a Serve 103B, an Object 263 coming out on their side.
Thank you everybody
Waiting
for
on
tuning
two
in.
more from each of them.
Thank you for tuning in. WNF, L7 NFTG, MBA format. Moderator this evening would be legit. Lead commentator Dis. The co-commentator would be legit. I'm just back here working the controls tonight.
Working all the machinery to make sure everything runs tonight, right?
Right. Talk to you guys in the
All
chat.
right.
There you guys go. Go ahead.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, I'll go through the NFTG side. Over on the NFTG side, we got an E4 coming out with Pure Light, Ghost, Rockin' a Bat Chat, Boxhound, and an IS7. Double Machines by 3 Markable and Sniff. And then double 5As by Cornbread and Mito. In fact, I have one more tank to throw up, but I'll let you go ahead and run through the L7 there, legit, whenever you're ready.
All right, on the L7 side, Legal Atheist is bringing out that OBJ 263. Kaipa Gaming is bringing out the Sturv 103B, Tefis, the Round Pounds, Baby Imp, Batchat, on the red team, and IB Stux bringing out IS7s, Mr. Big Chungo, Super Conk, Big Slice and his 5A, and then Dola threw up a Super Conk over on the NFTG side to make their 8th.
All right. Looks like
Just
we
a
are
reminder
set to go.
tonight, guys. So because this is a best of 9, I am only set up for the best of 5. So the scoreboard will conk out here soon. Once they start climbing up there in the hires, unfortunately. Because
Right now, the L7 is up 2-zip over NFTG, and this is L7's map.
Map 1.
Yeah.
the proud owner of IWillForceChokeYou.net is up in the house. What up, Vader?
Vader! No tanks for you.
That is some funny stuff, else. Kids don't go on that website.
Right.
All right.
I wouldn't even try
I
it.
don't know what that domain is.
So let's see. The Rompanzer will probably try to take the hill. Kind of see how they play this. Sad Baby Imp in his bat chat will stay out watching the 2 line. A fish gets spotted.
Spotted.
But, ooh, he takes
Oh,
one.
the hit squad.
He takes 2. Ooh, ouch.
Wow.
He's just getting punished down there
The
by
hit
those
squad from
machines.
double machines and E4. Wow. What a
Yeah,
spot.
Wow. Yeah. Really effective using that H2, H3 spot there. Now they rotate both those machines back up with the rest of the team. NFTG deciding not to push the 1-2 line at all. Sad Baby Imp is still staying down there just to make sure that nothing comes around late in the game. Swing up there. Atheist has taken some damage in his 263, and
Look
looks
at
like
this
he's trying to make a little
cheeky-ass
climb
little
here.
spot.
Atheist is good at finding all these places, and look at this little hull down spot for the 263. It'd be interesting to kind of see
Wow.
how this. Yeah, that's a great little spot. Thank you, Atheist, for showing me that. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for all of the colors.
Yeah, Chungus holding there in the Super Conk. Notice how he has his tank just angled on that edge. That gun's just looking for that ridge. Anybody who pokes that ridge in the middle there on the 5-6 line is going to get punished. And I think if you sweep towards the back and see where Kaipa Gaming is, he's made that mid-level climb. You can go a little bit higher, but he also has that nice little rock and bush to pull behind. He's defending the ridge as well. As we swing on over to the 7-8 line, both the IS-7s are sit there kind of hull down. And keep an eye on
Imp
the.
just took a big one from the E4, trying to sneak behind him.
Ooh. Now this is going to be the interesting thing here. They NFTG is grouped up quite nicely behind. But what's their play going to be? Done a good
Dola
job
finding
keeping their
cheeky
health.
climb spots in a super conch on the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. Look at him. Dola is a part belly goat.
How did he get
I
up
mean,
there?
I don't know. And if he's able to climb that whole backside, and he's able to climb that whole backside in a super conch without exposing his tank down there.
The
to
5As had to
Atheist
boost him
and
up
Chungus.
there, right?
Yes, they had to, but I mean, he's still done all the work at this point just to get up to this
Wow.
edge. And oh boy, the Rampanzer now is
Fisk,
like,
run.
how the hell did you get up here? And takes a shot, takes him down to 1, and Dola takes the hill. Great play there
Wow,
by NFTG.
what a power move.
Yep. Now, back here, Sad Baby Imp and Atheist, they're still trying to hold this backside. I think the plays that'd be really on the 8-9 line as they start to swing tanks around by NFTG. Cornbread and Mito are going to take the low ground there along the 9 line. Dane hull down, and with Dola up there, he should be able to provide some support. But look at this. Lice is coming up in his 5A to help out his buddy in the Rampanzer and to also put pressure down on the cap side. This is quite a back and forth going on between L7 and NFTG. Really great punch, counter punch going on here. A lot of action happening all over the map, but real strategic stuff is happening back and forth here on the big hill as we look at Cap D. With those two IS-7s backed up with Big Slice and the Rampanzer on the hill, have effectively shut down NFTG's plan to assault the B cap, even with Dola's amazing climb. NFTG has the hit points and the patience here. Still have the clock. It's now under 5 minutes. Sniff and 3 Markable are rotating now in their double machines. I think they're going to try to clean up Sad Baby Imp and Atheist and then really pressure the backside. Here goes Sniff. They really want Sad Baby Imp. Sad Baby Imp gets out. But now, are they going to go after and risk taking a shot by Atheist? Let's see. Chungus is also over there too. Sniff is
And Kaipa can just rotate a little to the right and watch it as well.
But here's the thing. Now they've gotten L7 to drop 3 guns out of the game. So yeah, they've saved those tanks, but those guns are now out of the game. And this now gives NFTG a bit of an overmatch wherever they want to take it, if they jump on it quickly.
They're punishing Slice on the hill, too.
Mm-hmm. Sad Baby Imp tries to get back up on the ramp to support his IS-7s and to support the hill. Do like the patience by NFTG on this play. I think this is one thing that is underestimated in NBA play. See a lot of rushing to just jump on the cap and try to win it. But here we're just seeing a slow bleed down by NFTG, picking their battles and picking their overmatches, using speed to counter. L7 has rotated a big Chungus, and it looks like the decision has been made to go get Chungus and Atheist out of here. Ghost is coming down
Fox
fully
is now
reloaded.
up with Dola on the lighthouse.
Sniff, and here comes Chungus. Chungus should go down. He bounces. He's still bouncing, hanging on to 13 hit points. Both of the machines are out, and they go for a 3 Markable, takes him off with the ram. Ghost takes down Atheist. Really good stuff. Sad Baby Imp is on reload. Unfortunately, he cannot help his allies there. And here comes the cap pressure by the 2 5As. Dola and Boxhound up over the top. They're going to take Big Slice out. Big Slice is down to a one-shot. Boom, with a fire, he goes down. Just waiting at the right moment. NFTG just seizes, and they are lethal. Ipa doing what he can in the back there with that 103B, trying to keep his team in it, but they are bleeding out quickly here. IB Stuck's down to maybe a 2-shot. He's in that little dip there, but he's just getting rained on from the top. Ola up there. Ola takes a shot from the 103B, brings himself down to a 1-hit. That's all she wrote, kids. NFTG takes it on Cliff on game 1.
Stuck saved by the bell. They capped out.
Saved by the bell. Such a patient and smart play by NFTG. Really impressed with their gameplay on Cliff. Let's take a look at the numbers. We'll start over there on L7 side. Some of the big notables there, you know, not a lot of damage thrown up across the board. I'd say probably Sad Baby Imp really punching out the most damage there with about 2,300. Maybe the next one down, the Stirves back there, doing some good work, putting up almost 2K. Over on the winner side, keeping all their tanks alive. Fantastic job there by NFTG. Nice spread in damage, going all the way down. No one really that pops out there as being the big carry. I think they all carried each other. Mito there with the 5A doing over 1,000 damage. Ghost, really nice game in the bat chat. 2,600 damage. Dola in the Super Conqueror with that crazy climb getting up there with 2,200 damage, blocking 1,300. Remarkable in his machine, another 2,300 damage, blocking 1,300. Sniff in his machine, doing almost 2,700 damage. Pure Light 2K in his E4, and then the IS7 2,400 damage by Boxhound. So to see, when you see balance like that in a team and keeping all their tanks alive, that's some top level stuff right there. So here we go, NFTG getting on the board. The score is now NFTG 1 and L7 2, and we're going to swap sides and run Cliff again. Super great game there.
Alright, I'm going to give you guys just a heads up and warning. The storm has hit here,
Yep.
and it is absolutely
Oh.
crazy. So the wind is blowing,
Okay.
just in case, if it goes down, we will get it back up and going.
Okay. Cool,
Alright,
cool.
I just want to
Thank
give
you,
her
man.
some heads up, because
Well, everybody keep your fingers crossed because we got a hell of a good one going on right here. Looks like NFTG knows exactly what they want to do. They're starting to throw up those tanks really quickly there. Definitely Remarkable and Sniff like being in those machines, and that was another thing that I think that stood out to me in that game is just I think some teams make a mistake of picking machines and then splitting them up, and I think you saw just how effective two machines working together can be, especially on overmatches. And they did a really nice job of working in tandem. Same thing with the 5As. I think one of the things probably NFTG is probably most known for is the way they pair tankers up and kind of create synergy. Something a little bit more than what you'd expect that comes out of those pairings.
I just want to know where he did that boost from.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that later.
I didn't film it. I actually didn't film it on purpose.
Ah,
That When,
Oh, doesn't like to give away all the secrets.
right.
But I
I
did
don't-
see Atheist little climb in his 263.
I did
That
get
was
that one.
That was
Yeah,
a
you
cheeky
gave
little
that one
climb.
away. Wow. I see how it is. Hell's back in your NFTG, boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
They're
have
state
you have to
secrets.
give you have to
He's
give
not
away the
allowed to.
L7 secrets, but not the NFTG one. I see how it is.
Oh my God.
Hey, you walked into that one.
Yeah. I think the other thing we saw out of NFTG is how to kind of neutralize those TDs when they're set up in the back there. They were really able to, they didn't do bad, but they weren't game changers. And normally when you bring in a TD, it's to really neutralize or bring that big alpha hit and stuff tanks. And they just weren't quite able to get those big shots off. We almost got the tanks lined up. NFTG has theirs locked in. You want to run through the NFTG side there, Legit?
Sure. Dola's bringing that 263. See if he goes and puts it in the same spot, or if he's got a new climb for us.
I'm
to
guessing B1.
Yeah, that's my guess too. Ghost bringing a Bat Shat, Mido bringing a 705A, 3 Markable and Sniff in Machines, Skrilla in a Super Conch, Pure Light and Boxhound in Wisdom 111 5As.
Yep, and on the L7 side, Sad Baby Imp in his Bat Chat again. IB Stucks in the IS7. 3 machines, Atheist, Chungus, Puffish, all bringing the machines. Super Conch, Carnage, and then double 5As, Big Slice and Spud. Let's go tanking.
We're getting a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's snowing.
Nice.
It's that crazy. It's hailing and snowing at the same time. Leave it to only. All right, here we go. This is going to be interesting. What little sneaky sneaks do they hold on the other side now?
Mm-hmm.
That you're not gonna film. It's okay, I'm watching.
Looks like right away.
I don't care where anybody else
Dola said to
goes.
go for
I'm
that.
watching him.
He said to go for that 5, that A5 line there. Looks like maybe. Let's see. He's definitely bringing his tank up that way. Notice that Ghost and the double machines have gone down to the 1 line to kind of hold that edge. So Ghost is probably just to get a quick spot. Yep, there he goes. And then the machines in the back will try to farm, but good job by L7 getting their tanks up into the bowl. Those 3 machines. We were talking about using 2 machines together. 3 machines? That could be a little cancerous. Dola has gotten up into, or is working to get up into his little climb spot up there. Hopefully he doesn't get caught in the butt, because 3 machines could tear that 263 up really bad. L7 has done a good job getting intel on this game. I think they've lit up just about everything. Probably at least 6 or 7 of the tanks of NFTG. And boy, you
Maybe
talk
it was
about
getting chewed.
autoloader. Yeah.
Getting ammo racked already, so that's pretty detrimental.
Yeah. Well, it's that tank is just, it's tough. I mean, it has the armor, but there now he's tracked out in the open. He is bouncing some shots from those machines, but there pins one. All right, he finally got it in the position. I think he wanted that tank, but boy, he took some damage to get there.
Ghost better be careful on this bat.
Yeah, if they push down on that, They do not now. Atheists and Chungus are not dumb. They know that this could be a little bit of a bait, so they might not want to take that. Ghost is at a rotate out, and that's exactly what they're doing. Sniff and 3 Markable were sitting back there on that ridge, and seeing if they would chase Ghost. They wanted nothing to do with that. So now the machines have kind of rotated back a little bit. Yep. Working that backside is Big Slice, trying to show his Billy Goat ability. I think he's just looking for an angle there. Purelight is climbed up there with Boxhound on the other side with their 5As. Like, does everybody on NFTG just know how to climb? Is that the deal?
Hey, look, I figured out how Dola did it.
Oh, here goes Slice getting pushed by Spud.
Maybe.
I don't know if he can make that. Can he make that? I don't think he can make that like that. I don't think that's how it's done.
With Tefis coming over, he probably can.
All right, I'll slide the camera over there.
Is this gonna happen? Oh wait, because it's only L7.
It's because it's L7 doing it.
Well, here, I'll turn it away. We'll find out. I'll turn the camera around. What's Boxhound doing? It's a nice rock.
I don't see how they're going to do this. Now here comes Atheist.
How many people are going to commit to this?
How many people does it take to do this?
Oh my goodness, L7, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
And now Stux is
you
coming.
gotta appreciate the. Are they to bring Carnage also? They gotta leave Carnage to hold the line.
Just take the whole
I think these guys need to
line.
watch what Dola did. Nope, they're gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, the clock is just milking down. Coming under, getting close to the 5-minute mark. How long does L7 commit to this? Oh, they're trying to turn. Slice. Slice got it. He's up.
I still didn't film it, so.
So it takes 3 tanks to get him in there, and they got him up.
Except they took Dola one. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Must not be
All right,
Dola's
so
spot.
Slice now with the 5A.
Can I put the camera over there now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
It's okay
He's
now.
up top, at the lighthouse.
And he's going to get shot by Boxhound.
But here's the thing: is that NFTG, while all that was happening, they just sat there, and now the clock just worked in their favor. Time ticks down. Your lights that'll hold that position right there on the inside of the hill, halfway up, just to make sure no one pokes that ridge. What they've done is they've set up this crossfire here. Their anchor point is the 705A in Mido. You've got Skrilla over there in the Super Conch, and then Purelight. And Purelight can also swing that tank around, that 5A, if, in fact, which looks like what L7's setting up to do, is to rush over and to try to cap the B cap on the 8 line. Boxhound is holding at the rock, side scraping, or it looks like maybe he's in the bush a little bit. We do have the intel. Both the machines are lit. Here comes Spud. Boxhound is now lit. Yes, the play is going to be to try to quick cap A with 3 tanks. Spud gets down in that low dip. Theus is down there on it. They need to get the other machine on. A fish is coming in. There goes 3 on the cap. Boom, that's going to drop that down to 25 seconds. So pressure is now on NFTG to get resets. L7 has complete control of the hill with Big Slice and Sad Baby Imp up there. They have 3 tanks on the cap in 20 seconds. This is their force Boxhound to move forward. Boxhound takes 2 big shots, and wow, almost went down into the ocean. We're down to 14 seconds. Can they get the resets? Purelight is trying. Boxhound is trying. Boxhound goes down. 5 seconds to go. L7 is just going to sit back and take the W here. Really great play by L7 there at the end. Getting on that cap, showing you how to quick cap right there. And they go up 3-1. GG's L7. Over on the NFTG side, not a whole lot because they spent most of their time waiting for Big Slice to get pushed up on that hill. Sure, they didn't know that was happening, but L7 wasn't doing much. So just Dolan is 263, throwing out 1,600 damage. Over on the L7 side, again, we're not seeing huge games, mainly just because that was a really nice quick cap on the backside. So not a whole lot to speak of. You got Big Slice there in his 5A, punching out over a grand. Bad Baby Imp in his bat chat with 1,500. Carnage, another grand in the Super Conch, and Chungus putting out almost 2K in his machine. Oh, IB sucks. I should also point him out. Did 1,800 in his IS7.